I'm not quite sure what to say, okay, because I'm working on, I'm in the middle of a Eugene Cody video, and I dealt with my puzzle. My puzzle's complete, but I'm missing 3 pieces. One of the unicorn's sweet little face is just missing. 2 pieces in the face, gone. The 1 piece to the side, I don't care, I could do without that. But the 2 in the unicorn's face, oh, look, the unicorn's poor sweet face. And then 1 piece there. So it's 3 pieces. Click the like button and the subscribe button to see if I ever find the pieces of the unicorn. I will be putting the glue on it. And then when I find that piece, or those pieces, when I find one of the 3 pieces, I will put glue on it and smear it on there. And yeah, because this bitch is going on the wall with the others. So I've been looking everywhere. There was 6 pieces missing, I think. I wound up finding 3 pieces. I can't find those other ones. No, I've been looking everywhere, and anyway. There's also a video I've been working on doing with, but I'm iffy about posting it, okay, because the guy, I don't want him to talk about me anymore because he's so wrong about me, and I'm certain he's not gonna, grab his balls by the balls and tell his viewers how fucking wrong he was. I'm not an estranged parent. My kid talks to me all the time. She did not cut us off. She just moved out. She was turning 22. She felt like it was time. That's all. And I cried when she moved out. Yeah, a lot of people cry when their kid goes off to school. I cried when my daughter left kindergarten. I did. I was going to miss her teacher. She was sweet. But, yeah, and I cried when my kid moved out. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Maybe I'm the only one that posted it. But maybe some kids need to realize, that this is what they're doing to their parents. Later in life, they can realize it. What's wrong with them realizing that? I'm talking about when their child is no longer a child. When they're telling their fully grown adult kid that, they're going through a moment in time, in life where shit was real sad and real hard on them. But yeah, with me, and I holding everything in and shit like I do, my kid made things worse by moving out. She doesn't realize that she did it, and I guess it's not her fault, but it's not to say that it didn't make me feel worse. It did. It added to the pain. How am I not supposed to make it hurt? Of course it's gonna hurt. God, she lived with me all that time, and she's moving out when nobody was kicking her out and pushing her away. I never made her do anything she didn't want to do. I didn't live vicariously through her. I didn't force her into shit. Dude was just so wrong about me at every fucking turn. At every turn. Anyway, but what did I turn the camera on for? Gypsy motherfucking Rose. You guys, dude, look what I found. Look what I found. Nick was infatuated with Gypsy. Yeah? And they were talking to each other for years. And he got busted at McDonald's. I mean, the adult content he would watch was Gypsy. He hung out there because he had the Wi-Fi that didn't have his parents and everybody getting in his way. So he went there to deal with Wi-Fi in peace. And he would go there and he would talk to Gypsy. Look at the dates. Here, look at, I got you a few screenshots here, okay? There's when they met. There's when he got caught at McDonald's. And there's, when they offed her, when they took her out, the mom. Dude, Rest in peace, Diddy. Oh, and that crying. Get the fuck over yourself, Gypsy. Those tears is fake. What tears? Ain't no tears there. And she's all far back and shit, covering the camera. Come on now, it's because there's nothing there. Yeah, and let's not miss this sweatshirt that she wore right after wearing a bathing suit outside. She should be working in a soup kitchen, stuck on a tether, forced to live off that kind of salary, and stuck in a halfway house if she wants to be free. Oh, and another requirement, no more internet. Yeah, because since, that's her main weapon. Her main weapon is the internet. She'd go on there and start enticing these guys, and she'd start manipulating them. And you got Kevin, you Ken, there's Ken, and then there's Nick, and there's Ryan, and they all absolutely just refuse to look at facts. How can you refuse to look at the facts? And that I don't know, that I don't understand. Okay, and they're gonna say, if Gypsy's gonna say that she made a mistake in marrying Ryan, the parole board needs to look at the mistake they made in letting her use them. Look at my tarot cards. My tarot cards don't lie to me. They're incredibly strong. Gypsy is very good at playing the long game. Okay, she is, and that's what she does. And she made up that she got that fake marriage going with Ryan, kept Ken on the back burner, used Ryan to get out. Then she left him high and dry after, she got out of there and she got settled. She thought everything was good, and as long as she gets pregnant, she don't have to go back to prison. But she's wrong. They just won't send her back to that prison. They still send her to a different prison, and they take the kid. It just doesn't work that way. Gypsy, her going in Hobby Lobby says that a lifetime ban doesn't mean a lifetime ban. A lifetime ban is non-existent. She should have a lifetime ban from fucking Disney. She shouldn't be allowed to go in Disney ever again. I don't care how many kids she's got with her. No Disney. Not for that bitch. No. Scam in the Make-A-Wish Foundation 3 motherfucking times. I'm one of those people that sit on the sidelines watching the help go to people that don't need it. When I'm over here screaming like a motherfucker, what about the people that actually do need it? I don't want to just outright say, what about me? But goddamn it, what about the people in my position? What about those like me? Right? Our stories get scrolled right past, and then no one learns from our mistakes. Because they're listening to fucking liars that steal their stories from other people. And then they don't know what happened next. Because it didn't fucking happen to them. Did I go through all the shit I've gone through for nothing? I have to know. I need to know. And I don't feel like I should be judged for falling victim to the stereotypical setbacks of growing up with the type of childhood that I grew up with. Yeah, I get judged for that shit. Why? Why am I getting judged for that? What did I do that makes me so fucking unworthy? I hear people saying that Gypsy Rose has suffered enough beatdowns to where she deserves happiness. No, she fucking don't. Her mother got beatdowns, okay? I've gotten beatdowns. And for what? And how many more must I endure? I want to know. I need to know. Because my body can't take no more. I'm done. I'm shot. I'm done. I have no chance for an income, nothing, because there ain't no way I'm going to get a job with a body that's shot. I mean, my shit is shot. Have you ever leaned back on a chair? You lean back onto those back legs, you know? Eventually you're going to stretch the chair out and weaken its structure, right? That is what has happened to me. My body is shot. The arthritis, my other doctor, he said he's never seen it so bad in somebody my age. Yeah. Speaking of age, too, look at Dee Dee's age. 1967. My God, she was younger than my mom. Oh, I couldn't imagine. You know, I bet Gypsy just didn't want to take care of her. And she knew she had to be on foot if she's going to take care of her. Or if they get an in-home nurse to take care of Dee Dee because Gypsy didn't want to, that nurse is going to see Gypsy. And then what? Dee Dee going to get in trouble? I'm sure they didn't want Dee Dee getting in trouble for that. And her shaving her head, you know, there's history of her mom having cancer. Was that why she shaved her head, or did she shave it with Gypsy? So she wouldn't feel so bad getting her head shaved as a fucking full-grown teenager. You know, tossing her in the sink, trying to make her look younger, and, you know. There's a lot of those older pictures of her with the wig on. I mean, bitch really looked her age. You know? You know, I mean, there's, it's like I said, you can't shrink them back down and keep them small. You can't. The kids are gonna grow up, it's inevitable. Like I fucking said. You know why I said it? Because I know that's how shit goes. I was one of the people that went no contact from my parents. But I actually really did no contact. I got back to them later in life, yeah, but you know. With my dad, it wasn't until after he got out of prison. And he wasn't answering his phone. And by the time I got there, he was all cold and gray and stiff, and his neighbors were robbing him, and they must have lifted him up and, like, got his wallet. They got his wallet was scattered across the floor, you know, and the chain, it was still chained to his belt loop, and all the stuff in his wallet was scattered out across the floor, meaning they lifted his fucking cold, hard, stiff corpse and removed it from his back pocket. They raided his fridge. They took his bike, his cell phone, some clothes, God knows what else. Yeah. Just disgusting. And how much longer would he have laid there had I not showed up when I did? 'Cause I got there around 4 p.m. and the paramedics said it looked like he passed around 8 in the morning. And I got there at 4 p.m. And there was like 2-3 people in his house taking garbage bags of food out of the cupboards in the fridge. Why? And then the judge said this is the second time that same guy's been busted in somebody's house where there was a corpse on the couch. Yeah. It's so weird. It's so strange. But you know what I mean? My dad has been really sad. I got another idea for a video. Letters from the Grave. Yep, I found one of his journals. He appears to have been losing his mind before he overdid it with the booze. He was taking those Snapple things, you know, the Snapple drink with the... You pour it out, you get the lemonade one. Don't even want it. You fill it with vodka and one of those lemonade Kool-Aid packets in the vodka. No water. No water. And then he'd throw a couple packs of sugar from coffee. You know, he'd rip open a couple coffee packs of sugar. And he'd put them in there. He'd shake it up. That's it. That's it. Vodka, lemonade Kool-Aid, and a couple little packs of sugar. And he'd shake that shit up and he'd fucking drink like 3 of them a day. It was as soon as he got off parole. As soon as he got off fucking parole. He's been a viciously violent drunk all his life. And yet they still issue him good behavior. They let him get out early for good behavior. No, it's not that I didn't enjoy seeing my dad again and letting him meet his granddaughter and all that junk, you know, whatever. You know, because we did go, you know, make amends that last year, you know, after he came back out and he got to meet my family and then, you know, pretty much that was that. But, yeah, no, he was struggling as a body shop. He was a body shop. He worked on making the car look pretty. You know, he didn't do the mechanics of it in the motor or anything, but he'll paint it up and make it look real nice. Yeah, my dad did some good work. And he always did that. That's what he used to do out the garage when we were kids. That was how he bought the house, and it was how, you know, he made a trad wife out of my mom and made her keep rolling kids out of her, and he hurt all of us, all our lives. All those 19 years he was with my mom. They were 16 when they got together, and they were 17 when they got pregnant, and they had to drop out of school. How it goes for some people sometimes. Me and my husband, when we got pregnant, when he was in college and he was working, one of those things had to come to an end. Of course, college wasn't paying bills. You know, he's got a couple years of college under his belt. And even that is helpful. And it deserves praise. Okay? I mean, yeah, I got the GED. They say half the kids that graduate can't even pass that GED. And I passed mine without even studying for it. On my first fucking try, I passed it. But I couldn't handle the schedule of school and having to be there that fucking early and not being able to leave until a certain time. I couldn't handle it. There's something wrong with me. So yeah, I dropped out as soon as I turned 16. I did. It was, long story, another video. This Gypsy Rose video. Not Gypsy Rose. Hey, Mittens. Hey, Mittens. Hey, yo, do you know Gypsy Rose? Mittens. Hey, Mittens. Do you know Gypsy Rose? No, I don't know her personally myself. But I do know she makes my blood boil. Yeah. You want me to open the door with my human hands? Huh? Is that what you want, sweet girl? Looks like we out. Look! Oh, he's got the hiney hole. He's got the hiney hole of Hiawatha. He's watching a scary movie. You stuff this shit out of it. And you put it on there. And Hiawatha! I'd like to lick it. And lick like that. I know. You don't want that. You lick it anyway. Hiawatha, hearing this. Kick it up right a little bit. Intimidated about making a turkey. Hey, the first time I made one, I burnt myself 7 times. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm gonna glue this monster of a poster. So I'm gonna hang this up. And it's been real. Yep. And Gypsy Rose, quit being a fucking camel. Put your tongue in your mouth. Quit living, blah, blah, blah. You hear about people flapping their yap? Dude, when you hear her talking and shit, and she's really actually flapping and yap. It's weird. I didn't like it. She looks like a camel. Careful, they spit! Wait, I almost forgot. In this book, I guess this was my dad's journal when he was in prison. Click the subscribe button to hear some letters from the grave. There's some writing in here I want to share. I think my dad might have been losing his mind. And for those who don't know what I did with the Eugene Yakuni video, it was more so about Jeffree Star and Jeffree Star Cosmetics and how deviant they've been being. Yeah? Because his new makeup mirror, it doubles as a paddle and a whip. And it comes with another picture of more indecent exposure being distributed to these kids. Because his makeup is now looking like something you would find at Claire's. Hi, Pet. Hey, she's nice sometimes. She's a sweet sweetie sometimes. When I touch on a topic, it's not trying to inform somebody, hey, there's new clout-grabbing people that are being in the news and causing trauma and chaos and tea. No. I talk about situations as they pertain to me. If I can relate to something, I'm going to probably speak on it. No, what's the matter with Gypsy Rose? My dad, too, offed his fiance and wound up getting out early for good behavior. A schmurderer. He's been a viciously violent drunk his whole life. And they still set him up for good behavior? For some imaginary good behavior that he's never displayed before. It's the strangest thing to me. Where's that good behavior when the option to drink is around? Non-existent. There's no good behavior, it's all pretend. There's no good behavior. There's not. Prison does not fix people. That's why I say Nick Godejohn is fucked. Because in prison, they're not going to work towards any type of progress for his brain. They're just going to consider him a lost cause and say he's lucky he's fed. Right? Right? Let me guess. That's their theory? I bet you that's their theory. That's their thoughts on the matter. Yep. He's a loose cause. Alright. He's a lost cause, and he's lucky he's even getting fed. This pathetic. This sad. Do better. I'm not saying that I think he should be out. I'm saying I don't think Gypsy should have ever got out. And if she is going to be out, I think she should be under strict restrictions and strict rules, no internet. Because it was the internet that Gypsy Rose used to, manipulate Nick and commit the act of murder. I love that word. Murderer. It's funny. It's funny, okay? Not schmurderin'. That's not what's funny. It's the word. She should have to stay off the internet and she should be able to work in a soup kitchen. And to be forced to live off of that kind of salary. Because that'd be a good start. That'd be a good start to even think about even trying to give back to all the fucking communities that she has scammed. Yeah, all the charities and junk. They better not let that kid in Disney. Because of its mother. That kid and that mother better never be seen up at fucking Disney. Because I swear to God, at Disney, man, she gonna play you for a fool. All of you. Make a wish, everything. Y'all are chumps. Chump. Yeah, and the parole board too. Chump. The parole board and Ryan. Chumps. Yeah? You're gonna let Gypsy Rose play you for a fool like that? How Ryan says he didn't even feel like he was used. Because he didn't lose anything financially. But he did. Because she threw out all his shit and he had to buy more shit. And isn't he required to pay her fucking bills? I mean, that whole marriage, dude, it was a sham. They kept Ken up on the back burner. And Christy kept him close. Okay? She didn't split Gypsy and Ryan up. She kept Gypsy and Ken together. Okay? They kept him on the fucking back burner. Because, you know, he wanted to make some of that money too. And Christy's his friend. And Christy's going to help him make some of that money. So, they had a plan. I don't know, they could have even talked Ryan into going along with it, you know. Or maybe it was TMZ manipulated Ryan by them talking about, I don't know, whoever it was talking about Tiger Woods, and then making Ryan come up with Gypsy Rose. And then starting the fucking shit from there. I'd love to see their old messages. Dude. They used Ryan to fool the parole board into letting her out so that all those elites and everybody that runs in them circles around with TMZ can all start profiting off her. Yeah? As long as she's out and being messy, they get to profit. And then if they're able to keep that show rolling, they get to profit. And I think they're going to have an episode for miscarriage. Because, look, dude, look. Alright, look at this picture here. And you see that? What is she doing? Wearing a sweatshirt. Why is she in a... I mean, he's not wearing a sweater. He's even wearing shorts. In the middle of August. In the South. And there she is. In her sweatshirt. Acting like she's holding a bump. However, we just saw her rubbing that fucking shit on her belly. Ain't nothing there. She's talking about being self-conscious about her belly. So she wore that bathing suit that covered her front. And she tried and act like, oh, it's a baby bump, you just can't see it because it's black and slimming, and she likes it having the look of it, of the two-piece, because it has the open sides. But isn't that kind of where the feeding tube scar is? Like, right there, you know, on the side. I swear I got one of my scares when I fell out of that tree. Let's see if I can. Let's see. I can't see past my tit anymore. I'm not as fat as I used to be. Can you see it? Anyway. I thought I was deformed. I was 8 when I fell out of that tree, okay? And that stick that ruptured my kidney, and the way when it blew up in there, alright? Even after the coma and getting up out of it and all that shit, walking around, I still had a giant ass lump. I mean, it was a tit. I thought I was deformed and that my first boob was growing in on its side. I was terrified. As an 8-year-old. I had this lump sticking out the side of my fucking pants. I mean, and then there was a couple kids I picked on, you know. And when I ran down that one slide and it was wet, and I noticed at the very last moment, you know, I went to stop, and I wasn't gonna jump, because our friends were all jumping completely over the sign that was in the little playground area behind the church, by the peanut butter house, that church right there. There used to be a park in the back, and there was these slides that my brothers jumped over. They'd run across the little wooden bridge and shit and jump. I went to try it one day, but I chickened out and I ran down the slide instead of jumping. But since it was a rainy day and the slide was fucking wet, I slipped at the very end. Next thing I know, my mom's shoving me away, saying, "Get her away from me, I don't want her." And then she grabbed King's hand. She's like, "Where's..." Because it was covered in blood. One of my brothers had one of their friends walk by. And we called him Kings. And that's where I thought. I was so wondering when I first found out about Keemstar. It was like, dude, no way. If it's Jason, dude, I'm gonna flip. Flip. Okay. Anyway, it wasn't Celeste. It wasn't. Yeah, no, he found me, he scooped me up, and he took me home, because he knew me. What if he was a stranger? Dude, Mom never came looking for us, hardly. No. We came home. If we didn't, she'll call the cops about it tomorrow if we don't come home. She didn't care much. She figured we found somewhere else to stay the night. She's locking the door. We've slept outside many times. Anyway, he threw me on her lap, and because she was, laying there watching TV. And she said, "I don't want to get away from me. Get her off me, get her away from me." And then she grabbed his hand and seen the blood, and he said, "That's what I'm saying." So she gets up, she grabs her shoes, rushes us to the hospital, and they grabbed this fucking Q-tip with the shit on it, stuck it in there, and then that needle, and it burned. But they had to do that to clean it and to numb it. And they gave me stitches. I've had stitches twice in my life. Probably should have had them right here too when that screw went up. And that one, I got really deep one day, man. I mean, I could see where the fat fell open. Oh my god, I was so mad at myself. I was so mad at myself. You don't want to do that to yourself either. Please don't. The other place I had stitches, it was only twice in my life. Up here I fell on a broken Pepsi bottle. And I was like 2. There's a scar in this one. And then the other one's across the back of my head from the slide. Yeah. I was stretching. I lay down on the floor and I started stretching my legs. And I grabbed my ankles. And you forget it. It was all over from there. It was over. Next thing I know, it's fucking 1 p.m. I don't know. My face is smashed. It's so weak. I don't want to stretch it around all over. And then this was smashed down. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm terrified, dude. But my past got the better of me. And I fell victim to my addictions. And, even though I have come off of that shit, and it's been a decade since, people still say once an addict, always an addict. They look at you as though you never stopped. And people just say you only did it to yourself, and you only have yourself to blame. I know. Heard it all before. I'm well aware I did this to myself. I didn't know it was going to happen, and even though I've stopped, it has not fixed itself. But doom on me still anyway, right? The hell with me still. I fell victim to the stereotypical setbacks that go along with trauma. Okay? Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. That's the thing. As a person who had CPS they tried to help. But our parents groomed us into lying. And we said we were okay, and we were fine, and nothing's wrong at home. Because they kept telling us we would go someplace far worse, and that they'd pass us around like rag dolls, and it wouldn't be good. That we'd get all split up, and we'd be in separate places. Now, I didn't want to be split up from my younger brother, okay? I mean, it wasn't the older brother that was in our clan with all the same friends and shit. Me and my younger brother, we were so close in age. We were a year, 3 months, and 10 days apart. I know you can have kids closer together than that, but she may have, because I heard that they tried again multiple times because they kept looking for boys. My mom didn't even want kids. But then she became a boy mom, and it's all my Mr. Man this and my Mr. Man that. I'll give mommy little boy. Yeah. And my dad, he would have liked me to have been a daddy's girl, but you know what? I couldn't cozy up to somebody that was so mean so often. And he kept calling me this little country girl. I'm like, dude, that country music's rotting your brain, Dad. This is the Detroit area. Hello. And I listen to rap music. Hello. What a weirdo. Talking about being delusional and having a false sense of reality. And he really didn't know how strong he got when he was drunk. He had no idea. I'm not getting in any more of it. Look at that clock. I'm gonna go. My face is starting to bounce back. I mean, it was, I don't know, probably a good 5 minutes gone by. And I grabbed the phone. In about 13 minutes. I poo. Click the subscribe button if you want to see if anything ever happens to my face, if it fixes, or, I mean, I know it's not going to fix. The only way it would fix is if maybe if GoFundMe didn't delete that GoFundMe I started when I was asking for people to help save my face and my eyesight, to save my life. You deleted me. I went ignored, and GoFundMe deleted me. I think it's because I was wearing a mask to hide my face. I had on a bandana over my hair. All my hair. All of it was up under a bandana. And I had sunglasses on. And then I had a mask over my mouth. So I was just the nose. And on that GoFundMe, I was real careful about how I worded things. Because I didn't want people to realize that I didn't even want people to realize that was a woman's nose. I just wanted it known that there's a nose out there that has fucked itself up. And it's not fixed itself. And then you could go down the same path if you make the same mistakes as me. You know what they say. One who's smart will learn from their mistakes. One who's wise will learn from others. Be a wise one. Don't make the same mistakes as me. Let me fuck up so you don't have to. 'Cause, you know, I probably already have. I'm an open book on my channel here. I have so many videos scattered out throughout this channel. And some of them I get pretty personal. And I think maybe that's why my sub count ain't growing. Alright, we out. It's been real. We out this piece, and it's been real. Don't forget about that subscribe button. Yay! I'm watching you. You better click that like and subscribe button. Click the button! Click the red button!